Katherine asks, this is a good one. If every book were to be made into a miniseries, could you be acting this particular role for a long time and maybe lose maybe part of your life portraying a fictional character? Do you see yourself in it for the long haul, maybe until you're in your 60s, i.e. until there are no more books, or might you be tempted away by a lucrative Hollywood film offer? This is a very long-winded answer and a brilliant question. So part one, could acting in this role for a long time, am I willing to maybe lose myself portraying a fictional character? Absolutely. Not to get all artsy and method actor, but I don't care if I'm doing a monologue for a class or a student film back when I did those, or a friend's indie project or major motion picture. I feel it is my job to get lost in the role. Now, there's a lot of bad publicity when it comes to method acting and people kind of going a little extreme. And to me, that isn't acting anymore. That's brainwashing. But I believe as a trained method actor that there is an element to when you're in the role being the character, your job is to lose yourself. But you don't lose those things that you as the actor can bring to that fictional character. That's the goal, in my opinion, is to take those things, find a way that they apply to that fictional character. And yes, I love getting lost in a role, getting lost in a moment, because that means I hate the phrase it's beat to death, but I was in the moment. And to me, that is the goal, is to lose yourself. And I'm going to read into your question a little bit, but I'm not because of the way it was worded. And this does, you said lose part of your life. And yes, anybody who knows me personally knows it's me and my dog. I'm not saying this is a good thing, but I don't do anything else other than this. My job, my dream, my goal, my passion is to do this. And that comes first over relationships. It comes first over going to the bar, drinking on the weekends. It comes first over a marriage. It's first over everything. And to me, you all on the receiving end are the employer, so to speak, or even could even say the consumer. It depends on how you look at it. But I'm not making a movie for me to only see in my house. I want to do that for you all, and it's the same as deploying in the military. It was a thing I wanted to do and I loved to do, and there was risk doing it, and it caused a lot of damage. But with that urge and that passion came tons of loss. You know, it came with a divorce. It came with heartbreak and pain and suffering. But I did what I had to do to achieve my dream and my passion with that career. And so, yeah, I'm willing to lose part of my life. Do you see yourself in it for the long haul, maybe in your 60s, until there are no more books? Yeah, I think you can look at, I mentioned in other answers, Burn Notice. Even Dexter, I think, was a great long-running series. And I know for a fact, in the Hollywood landscape we're in, you can do that. It's totally doable. If I could even give you guys a glimpse as to how things work behind the scenes and how scheduling logistics can pull off miracles when it comes to multiple projects. I'm not worried about that. This is extremely extreme, but look at The Rock. He can make a handful of movies and a TV show in the course of a year, all in different locations on the planet. And that's just brilliant logistics. And HBO Ballers is really good, and that's a series he's a regular on, you know. And so to do that and a major movie, so that kind of trickles into answering this question, or might you be tempted away by a lucrative Hollywood film offer? To me, they're not exclusive. Though this is the only set and established role and character I've ever come across that I've wanted. So it will be my baby. And I will not give that up. I'd be a fool not, as an actor, I want to do other stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sold, but nothing will ever compete with this, if you will, if that makes sense. Lucrative film offers, God willing, exist, and I get to play other dream roles, or other roles I didn't know were my dream because they came from a place of nothing, you know, they started from scratch. two can be done, and especially when you think of it, not to get in the weeds here, but contractually, a lot of times when it comes to running series like this, is if you know, who comes first, or who got here first. If I have Reacher first, that is the contractually, other jobs have to work around that. And so no, I'm not worried about that. So I wouldn't be tempted away by a lucrative Hollywood film offer. I would take other work in at the same time, parallel, but they're not mutually exclusive, because maybe to my detriment, I believe I can do everything. So great question. Thank you.